Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
What is up, guys?
This is so natural for us. I have more questions from you guys.
It was like popping out. It's not though. It's easy. Watch this. Here it goes. What is up, Mullen?
Not much. Getting ready to get out back on trail.
Tomorrow we're going chat. What's
Today
going on?
we're going.
Oh, you're right. I tried to put it off, but it didn't work.
What's going on?
Hey, buddy. So,
I got some more. You got some more questions for us.
yeah.
Because I did another Q&A with only me, but now I'm
So selfish.
bringing the boys in.
Now, bringing the boys in. Speaking of the boys,
First question:
Emma Sanders wants to know.
how old are the boys and what do they do for work? Let's ask them. How old are you guys?
I'm 41.
41.
As you can see.
I hike the trails for a living.
Yeah.
Currently unemployed.
What did you do before you went out?
Worked in a furniture store.
And how old are you really?
31.
Well, I'm 72, and no, I'm 30, and
Well, he's almost 31.
yeah, I'm like less than a month away from 31, and then I won't be so much of a baby, but I'm still the baby of the group. What do I do for a living? I dabble. We'll just say I dabble. I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work for people anymore, so that is what I'm hoping for. But
you were in the military before.
yeah, I was in the Air Force. I did meteorology for 7 years, but after that I kind of just started doing odd-end jobs because working for somebody else doesn't necessarily meet my expectations of what I want to do. But that leads me to my next question, Molly. Speaking of expectations, yeah, Emma Sanders also wants to know, was the PCT what you expected? Or what was it?
I kind of already answered that question.
Oh, so they want to know what we feel. It's a lot more walking than I expected.
And I think you can... This question could also be in that question.
Yeah.
So there's another question from Natural High. What have been your 3 biggest surprises so far about being out on the PCT? So how was it? And
So was it what we expected, and what was the surprising parts?
It was about 10% what I expected and 90% mind-blowing.
yeah. Was it as hard as you thought it would be, or easy, or?
It was harder than I thought it would be.
I thought it was kind of both. I thought the climbing would be easier, and I thought the whole being out for 6 months would be harder.
I thought the desert would be a lot easier than it was.
Yeah.
I didn't expect the desert to be as mountainous as it is.
I didn't expect the desert to be as cold as it was. The desert was a lot more cold than I thought it was going to be. Like, so far, I feel like the desert's the coldest section we've gone through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 80 degrees in the Sierras.
Yeah, Sierras were nice. I expected a lot of snow in the Sierras, and there was, but I expected to walk in snow. I haven't seen it. I don't think a single snowflake fall.
Yeah, we did. Camp Glenwood.
You're right.
What, it snowed?
Yeah, it snowed at Camp Glenwood, but we were
Wait, where was that?
safe in
So
the shelter.
We were in that cabin.
We found the mouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
That cabin. Yeah.
Other big surprises?
How much it hurt the first week?
Altitude sickness on Whitney.
How much is starting to hurt now?
The amount of blisters I got in Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm still going.
So are we.
Yeah. Like, you don't think you can do it, but you really can. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? What other questions we got?
Another one from Emma. What was the scariest part on the trail? Well, you know what yours is.
Mount Whitney?
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys. Let me tell you a story. Mount Whitney was terrifying for me because we got there, the trail was covered in snow, so basically you either had to walk along, or people will put little snow prints like this, so you're standing like straight up along this slant, walking along the snow, or you rock climb up a wall. And I start walking out on that little snow cliff, and I get like 5 feet out, and then my legs just start shaking, and I start crying. I'm just terrified. It's so scary up there because if I fell, I was gonna die. So Malin guides me back. She's like, "Put your foot in this hole, step backwards. Put your foot in this hole, step backwards." I get off of that little cliff, and I just curl up in a little ball and just start crying. Like, I can't do this. Like, this isn't possible. But they talked me into it, and
You did it.
yeah, we went to the top.
And drank Jameson.
Yeah.
And it was delicious.
And on the way down, we got lost.
We chose to get lost.
Oh.
We decided to glissade and then wander around the valley, playing in snow and just.
And no matter where we went was a huge cliff or a lake or something, so we couldn't get back. Took a while.
That was fun. That was a fun day. That was a fun day.
What was your scariest part?
I don't get scared. No, I do, but I don't know. I don't think I've been scared of much on the trail.
Well, I got another scary part. River crossings. If he doesn't get scared, I get scared for the both of us. But the river crossings, that was scary to me.
There was a time I was worried. I won't say scared, but when we got to camp, when Mom rushed ahead of us, we didn't know where she was. And she was supposed to be there, and nobody had seen her. They all said that you ran ahead.
At the lake?
Yeah.
You didn't see my signs? Like, I'm this way, guys.
Yeah, she ended up being like
10
an
feet.
eighth of a mile up the trail.
Literally
It was
right.
500 feet
500 feet from our campsite, but on a different trail,
on the PCT.
to be fair.
I was on the PCT.
But, yeah, you're right. It was a misunderstanding.
Well, mine was definitely going up Forrester.
But you did have 9 people looking for you, they're saying.
I did.
And she's just sitting there eating raspberry dessert, like, not even knowing that people are looking for her. She's like, these guys are taking forever, probably.
Yeah.
And I was like, hooty hoo, and she did it, and I heard her. That's the thing, I was like, she's over here to the left. So I went down the trail, like the camp trail.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the left, went all the way to the campsite. Started asking people down there, like, have you seen her? No, I haven't seen anybody. Okay.
I was so close.
I know.
Well, I was scared going up Forrester because I was sick and I didn't have any energy. And I felt like I'm going to fall and break my neck. Or I'm going to get to the top and I can't get down.
And we had wet feet.
Yeah, it was so cold. And alright, the other question from Emma is a bonus question. Woohoo!
Bum, bum, bum,
Yay!
Sasquatch, do you believe in them, and is there a Swedish equivalent? I do not believe in Sasquatch.
Absolutely not.
How do you not believe in Sasquatch?
But I have a theory, I told you guys, that I believe that it is something that has really big feet, that's why I can see the footprint, but his body's actually really tiny, that's why I can't see him.
He's like a 2 foot tall, but he has a 2 foot foot.
Mm-hmm.
Disproportionate as heck. his hand can barely pick up an acorn. That's the way he's like, this is the acorn's too big.
Yeah.
Is there a Swedish, like an equivalent? Do you guys have like,
The Abominable Snowman?
Yeti stories or something like that?
No. The only stories we have are like the little, Santa's Little Helpers.
Mm-hmm.
You put out oatmeal the night before Christmas.
Elves?
Oh,
Santa's
yeah.
Little Helpers.
Are elves?
Yeah. Or
But-
a dog in The Simpsons.
But we don't have any Sasquatch stuff going on.
Well,
We're
that's no
smarter
fun.
than that.
No Yeti, no Loch Ness, no. You guys don't have your own Chupacabra.
There's a lake up in Östersund, and they have like a Loch Ness monster.
Uh huh.
They have,
They've recorded it.
of course they have,
Oh man,
but I've never seen it.
you didn't see the pics.
I've seen
Picture didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Now and then again are asking, do you aspire to be a triple crowner?
Now and then again.
Mm-hmm. What's your answer to that, Chad?
Hell no.
I aspire to be a lifelong adventurer, but I don't think my next adventurer is gonna take me on my feet. I don't think I want to hike more. I was never a big hiker, never a big camper. I just, on a whim, decided to do this one. So, probably not gonna do. Probably not though, dude.
I feel like I'll section hike the AT. Probably not the whole thing, but just parts I want to do.
I feel like I might go do Grand Canyon and Mount Rainier because I'm a local and I could do that whenever. So.
They'll say.
I feel like I want to do like the Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and all that, and maybe like do like Maine.
Yeah.
Maine would be really cool.
A couple weeks at a time. But to come out for 6 months again.
I could do that with the C to T, but I don't want to do the AT. Many trees.
CT is nuts.
Yeah. I was Googling yesterday. Would I do the C to T?
I was just telling my family and stuff. I was like, I want to do this, the CT, the Colorado Trail
Yeah.
through the Rockies.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
The Patagonian Trail. That
I
was
just
nice.
I just can't see myself wake up, walk, camp, wake up, walk, camp, wake up, doing this all over again. Not by myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's finish this one first. And we'll see.
And we'll see.
Next question from this
Cross that bridge
guy
when we
or
get
woman. I don't know what it is. Now and then again.
Now and then again.
Is there any place on the PST you'd like to revisit in the future?
the whole John Muir Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Yosemite. I might want to go to
Yosemite for
Yosemite again when it's not mosquitoes.
I want to go to the valley.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, I felt like in Yosemite, all the like parts where like the domes were and like all the stuff that we saw didn't really have a lot of mosquitoes. It was when we were like in the backwoods part where it's like there's not much views. You're just walking around. That's where the mosquitoes were.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like Yosemite would be cool if there was not a swarm of mosquitoes there.
Yeah.
But definitely the John Muir Trail. That would be the section I'd want to go back to.
Yeah. I also think the Sierras.
Oregon's really cool too. Like Crater Lake is incredible. I'll definitely go back there.
Yeah, Crater Lake for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Lassen was really awesome.
Oh, yeah. I want to go back to Lassen with a car
Yeah.
so I can go to all the places. Because that was cool. I think that's about it.
Wasn't there one about favorite towns?
Oh, yeah. Where was that?
Well, we can just talk about it. Our favorite town.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have to find it.
What's your favorite What's the best trail sound? Found it.
Best trail town?
Who asked the question?
Oh, it's now and again.
Now and then again.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else ask questions or just them?
No, there's a whole bunch of questions.
I really liked Mammoth Lakes. I really liked Big Bear. I really liked Idlewild.
I feel like at this point, these towns I don't remember. Because really what we do is we get to town, eat our Mexican food, get ourselves a little bit of drinks, and just relax. So like everywhere I go, it's like, which town had the best Mexican food and hotel pool combination that I stayed in? But
Some towns were just cool because people we met there. Like Mammoth Lakes was cool because Kevin was there and we did some cool shit with him. We went to the skate park and went to his house and hung out. It was just cool.
Where did we meet him first? At Bishop?
Yeah, we saw a couple bears there in Mammoth Lakes.
Mammoth Lakes was cool, but
it was just a cool town.
It was so spread out, so everything was like.
But they had a free bus. They had a free bus there.
Yeah.
Free public transport.
And I feel like all the good towns are in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After that, we don't have that many towns. Bend, Ashland.
Bend was great.
Yeah. Then it's just been
remember Bend.
resorts.
Portland was great.
What was in Bend? What was notable that we did in Bend?
I rented a car.
Okay. I remember Bend.
Okay, I remember Bend.
Stay with Hector and the dogs. Okay. Like I said, they all just become the same town. But I do feel like California, you're right, has the better towns. And there's an abundance of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're walking to trail town to trail town, trail town. But once you got to like Northern Cali, or at least the part that I remember,
Which part is that?
there was like no town. And then once you hit Oregon, it's like you got Ashland, Bend, and Portland.
Yeah.
Crater Lake Mazama, that's not really a town, it's just a resort. So it just became like the further north you go, the more it is like just resorts.
To me, it's like I remember the people and things we did in towns, like more than the towns. Like Idlewild was a cool town because we got a cabin with 14 other hikers and stayed there, 14 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think I have Idlewild and Julian just because it was the first town we got into, and
Free pie.
Julian was fun
and you
for
felt,
some of us.
yeah. And you felt like, oh shit, I'm a PCT hiker. This is what we do when we're not on the trail.
Yeah.
Your first experience in town as a PCT hiker, instead
Getting
of
trail
like,
magic in a restaurant.
or under a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your first real hitch is right there.
That was the shortcut. That will lead to the shortcut. Started learning that roads were part of the trail.
Yeah.
What other town was cool, dude? Palmdale. We're like, what? You're not supposed to be in Palmdale.
Yeah.
Like,
Palmdale was fun.
Palmdale kicked ass. Soup Plantation.
Soup Plantation, dude.
See, that's what happens out on trail. We tried to hitchhike the other direction to go to...
Ashton.
Was it?
Or Acton.
Acton,
yeah.
to do a resupply. Didn't get a hitch because all the cars were going the other way, so I said, I'm just going to go to the other side and see if I can find a ride. We get a ride. The guy says, yeah, I can take you to that store, or I can just take you to my hometown and you can stay at my place.
So we can take you to Acton, but Acton sucks. He's like, come with me to Palmdale. We got way cooler stuff.
And Palmdale is not,
all right, dude.
is not close to the trail.
No.
No, it was like an hour and a half away. We got lucky and he was going sailing that day. He was on his way home.
So he took us to dinner. We had to stay in his house.
Soup Plantation.
Soup Plantation was good.
Did laundry, took showers, all that hiker trash stuff. And this guy wasn't even a trail angel. Like, he had no idea what he was getting himself into. He was super awesome.
Yeah. That was cool.
Palmdale was fun. I think that's my favorite part. Like, everybody's, like, back home thinking or planning on doing a PCT or through hike of some sort, and they're just like, "Oh, what am I gonna experience? I'm gonna walk. There's gonna be rain. There's gonna be snow. Maybe sunny days, uphill, downhill, blah blah blah." But you don't think about, I'm gonna get a hitch with this computer engineer guy who wants to take us to his house an hour and a half away from trail, and we just hang out with him in town for a day. Or finding Greenville, California, and that dude Jesus
Christ, we found Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you that, if I told him this.
Well, I'll let you tell the story. But we find this guy, and he has this whole compound set up. I'm not telling the whole story, but I'll let you tell it later about Jesus.
Okay.
He had this whole compound set up, and we got to hang out there, and I've never experienced something like that. It's the things that you don't expect to experience that when you experience, you're like, wow, this is crazy.
It's moments like that when you're like, wow, this is a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm talking about like the Ron, like me and Ron, and like Ron is wild guy. Yeah, just, you know, I expected trail angels, but I didn't expect the trail angel to try to barter with me for some tacos, and it turned out that was a cool experience.
Mm-hmm. We stayed at Brenda's place in Tehachapi.
Never met her.
We never met her, never saw her, but she opened up her house for us.
Tucked her on Facebook.
Yeah.
The horse camp. That was another one. Like, the horse camp isn't even on Gut Hooks.
Yeah.
But we heard from somebody.
It's a side trail.
We heard
It's
from
the original PCT.
Heard from someone coming down from going southbound who had to have heard it from somebody going northbound that there was a horse camp. And so we discovered this horse camp.
And they were really great people.
Yeah.
And their first encounter with the PCT hiker, which was this spring, was not a good one. It was a weirdo. Like, he was straight up.
Jim, you are a weirdo.
Was that this year?
Yeah. So a normal person
would
just say, well, PCT hikers, not going to have anything to do with them because they are crazy. But they didn't.
They gave us a second chance.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
They gave us.
We got so many good stories about trail angels.
Yeah, we could go on for a whole episode.
On and on and on forever. Well, we can't because this guy needs to take a shower because he stinks.
Eesh, tool.
To be fair, Mom hasn't taken a shower since I've been here, so.
Not true.
Just a not true.
And then we're going to go to the post office because you need to send your resupply boxes. And then pack our bags and then head out to trail because we are heading into Goat Rock Wilderness. Finally!
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the mountains.
And we're taking Momeli with us.
Yay.
She's outside.
Oh.
We're taking the dog.
Uh-huh. So this is going to be another era of our hike.
Mm-hmm. New chapter.
We got a new family member.
Ooh. Oh. You call her Tramley. She's. Oh, we gotta give her a little trail name. Momeli. Momeli.
Oh, she needs to have another trail name.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Dog butt.
All right.
All right.
We will see you later.
That's it. So, see ya.
Peace.
Bye.